Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, I figured I'd do another addition to the NFL Draft Bust Analytics series because I have gotten a couple different responses from a couple people here and there to do a couple more of these videos. So I figured let's focus in on a quarterback in the case of Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell, of course, is considered to be one of the biggest quarterback busts ever. Ryan Leaf has something to say about that, but he is considered to be a pretty swing and a miss type of quarterback, especially for the franchise of the Oakland Raiders that already were at kind of a low point, and then it just kind of got worse with Jamarcus Russell. Like the previous videos, we're going to look at what he looked like coming out of college. His high school data, see if there's any red flags there, do a quick just little look at what his NFL career actually showed, and just kind of give an overall view of what can we learn from Jamarcus Russell. So starting with his high school and college production, when it comes to Jamarcus Russell's high school production score, he had a 57.34 high school production score, which does not hit the long-term starting threshold since the 2007 NFL draft class, or the Pro Bowl quarterback threshold of 84 or higher, going all the way back to the 2007 NFL draft class. So based on the high school production alone, he just didn't have the look of a long-term starting quarterback, nor a Pro Bowl quarterback based on his data. And again, the high school production data a lot of times just tells you about what their development is like before they go to college, because college can mask a lot of things. You know, colleges play certain types of offenses that can inflate statistics. They can inflate all kinds of things. And I think high school production data kind of shows what their development, like at what level of development were they at high school, because it gives you a general idea of the question of, did they really have this huge jump in development in college, or is there something I need to go back and look on with this prospect? And because his FBS production wasn't that bad, had an 84.51, 91 FBS production score. The vast majority of multiple Pro Bowl quarterbacks since the 1958 NFL draft class had at least an 80 or higher when it comes to FBS production. So this is a guy where you have a conflict. You have a conflict where his high school production did not hit where it needed to hit in terms of his data, but his college production did hit what it needed to hit. But still, this would not be a guy that I would, based on data, this is not a player that I would consider a long-term starter or a multiple Pro Bowl guy, because again, he did not hit the minimum threshold for long-term starting quarterbacks based on high school production, nor did he hit the minimum thresholds when it comes to Pro Bowl quarterbacks during that time span as well, making him a very big risk type of quarterback, a very, very high risk quarterback based on the data during that time period. And then when you actually look at his NFL career, that risk obviously did not pay off. When you look at his overall data across the board, completion percentage probably some of the worst, quarterback rating very bad, yards per attempt bad, adjusted yards per attempt not that great either, and of course he didn't win a lot of football games on top of that. When you look at his overall completion percentage, the only areas of completion percentage that were actually kind of okay was his second down completion percentage for whatever reason. First down, just not good. Third down, not good. Fourth down, not good. For whatever reason, second down was the only sort of area of his data that actually worked in terms of his production. Then, of course, you go to his first down conversion rate in these particular downs, first, second, third, and fourth. And again, the only areas where he did okay was 2009 when it came to second down. So his ability to create first downs on second down with the pass, he was about average one year, and that was in 2009. But everything else was below average in terms of his first down and third down. And of course, even fourth down was not that good and not conducive to winning. And obviously, during his tenure, he did not win a lot of football games. So it's pretty clear based on the data, and this, of course, is just the rest of his overall splits, just to give you kind of a picture of of him as a prospect in the NFL. But the bottom line is what comes to Jamarcus Russell, I don't champion this guy as like, oh, this is why high school production matters. But he is a guy that I just bring up to people that, again, if you have a conflict with your high school production and your college production, it is something of concern. It's not something I'm just making up on the spot. I'm not, and again, all the data that I have is published on my on draftcover.wordpress.com. If you just type in high school production into the search engine, it'll just pop right up in terms of all the stuff that I've done. So all the stuff is there. It's there. It's public knowledge. But I just think that, again, Jamarcus Russell is a player that you can learn from, and only in the sense of you just have to understand that, what a player does in college does matter production-wise, but you should know what they did in high school, because I do think it gives you a good idea of the level of development that they were at coming out of high school. And if a guy is at a very low level of development, kind of an average-ish level of development, and ends up being a high-end guy at the college level, that brings up more questions, or should bring more cause for concern than anything else. So again, my name is James Coburn. You can find my work at draftcover.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Jametrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well if anybody that you know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.